Hey everyone, it's Jen. I'm putting together a little video for everybody today because I've had a ton of questions about Rebekah's injuries and whether she could have been struck while she was laying in the bed. So I'm actually going to put a visual together to hopefully make this make more sense to everybody. I'm wearing a GoPro on my head to give everybody a first-person look from the killer's point of view. First and foremost, viewer discretion is advised. I am going to be talking about specific injuries to a murder victim, and that may be triggering to some people, so please take care when choosing whether to watch this video or not. So I've got my anatomically correct skull here. I've taken painter's tape to show the two areas of injury that Rebekah incurred. So one was from the top left to bottom right of her nasal structure, and then the other was to the left side of her head, where she suffered 4 to 5 fractures. Now, there was no damage to her left eye socket or forehead in between these two injuries, so that's how we know that she was struck 2 separate times. I'm in my bedroom here. It's not exactly the same as Casey's, but I've taken the sketch that law enforcement did to try to recreate the scene as best I can. So according to law enforcement, Casey's bed was up against the wall, and there was a bedside stand next to it. Now, I have a king bed. Casey's was smaller, like a double or a single, I don't know, but that shouldn't matter for this experiment. Now, according to William Miller's confession, once he gained access to the trailer and was on the phone as a ruse, Rebekah left, went into Casey's bedroom, and laid down in bed. Now, he claims that she was in the bed facing away from anybody who would come in the room and facing the wall. And most people, when they lay down, they lay on a pillow. So I'm going to put her on the pillow facing the wall. William Miller, he claims that he entered the room, snuck up on her, and struck her twice, killing her. So let's put this to the test. I have a piano leg here. It's not the exact same shape as Casey's piano leg. His was round, this is square, but the length is about the same, so it should work just fine for this experiment. I don't know which end of the leg the person grabbed, but logically, most people would grab the smaller end because there's more weight at the fatter end and you can swing with more force, like a baseball bat. So that's the way I'm going to swing this today. No matter which end you use, you'll see it's not going to matter in terms of the angle of these injuries. So William Miller claims he entered the bedroom, piano leg in hand, snuck up behind Rebekah. She did not hear him. He took her by surprise, and then he struck her twice. So you're probably already seeing the issue here. But in order to recreate these injuries and strike her as he claims he did in the position she's in, you would have to come over the top of her and basically swing the piano leg back towards you, which is not natural. Natural would just be this, but that is not what happened. So the other issue with this, and this is the only way I can make this angle to the nasal structure work, is you can't swing with much power or force from that angle. And I don't think anybody could swing it hard enough to fracture the nasal structure and destroy it the way it was. But say you did. Let's look at the second one. So the second one, to get at the right angle, I'm up against the wall. I can't make it work. I mean, if I'm real steep like this and come in, but that still would hit here and not up here. And the wall's just in the way. I mean, it's literally impossible that that's the way this went down. On top of it, so I got the nightstand, and to even get in there, hopefully you can see, my leg is right up against the nightstand. It's sort of in the way. I guess William could have moved it, but that would have woken her up, and it's just an extra step. But yeah, my right leg is hard up against the nightstand in order to try to get at that angle. And then, I don't know if he's left or right-handed. Most people are right-handed. But if you're left-handed, then like that makes it even harder. I mean, that's so unnatural and you can't swing with hardly any force. Now, you could come down like this, but it's completely the wrong angle. It's 90 degrees off, so that can't be what happened, and I don't have any way to make that one work? I mean, I guess you can go like that, but it's so unnatural. And again, this nightstand, if I'm trying to do it left-handed, is even more in the way. And so what that tells me is William Miller's lying. She was not lying in bed when he hit her. It's impossible. I cannot make it work. And I still stick by my original theory that Rebekah was upright with her back to whoever swung the weapon. The person had the weapon in their right hand, went to swing. She turned her head, maybe hearing something or whatever it was, and the swing connected with her nasal structure, shattering it. I then think her natural instinct would be to raise her hands to her nose because now she's bleeding profusely. She's experiencing a lot of pain. She may be yelling at the person who hit her. And then because her hands are sort of preoccupied, and she is, I think the person came in with the second swing, and that matches up perfectly with that angle. At that point, I think she fell to the ground unconscious. I think she fell into, I don't have a photo, but it's either the nightstand or another table in that bedroom because there's a broken mirror, a broken ashtray, and other things out of order. So I think she probably fell into that piece of furniture, breaking those things and knocking them to the ground. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. You can also join, if you haven't already, join our group dedicated to finding the truth for Rebekah, because we don't have it yet. And the group is called Unsolved Murder of Rebekah Gould on Facebook. Feel free to join there. Put your comments in there under the video. I'll be happy to answer them. And I hope this was helpful for everybody. Thanks for watching.